one thought that fascinates me is that the world is ever changing. But the world also, at the same time, is never changing. We as humans basically remain the same. We are still guided by the same primal instincts, while the world around us has evolved and transformed beyond recognition. From the apple that fell on Newton's head to the apple that Steve Jobs has created, we have apparently come a long way, while still remaining the same people within. So given this dynamic, isn't it important to pause and think, Bholi ke hunsa? Kasari? How will this push and pull change the way that brands are perceived, accepted, and loved? To understand this current and future scenario of brand building in Nepal, today we have a fabulous panel of guests speaking on the topic, Shaping the Future. Each one of them carries substantial experience in this field and is a treasure trove of knowledge. But before I invite my guests for conversations with them, I ask you, each one of you, my audience members, to please look at the screen. Very soon, we're going to have a question appearing on the screen. Please go to menti.com. I would request everybody, switch on your data if possible. Go to menti.com and enter the code 43843151. I repeat, 43843151. Once we enter the code, you will be given 5 choices. And I request each one of you to vote for the option that most resonates with you. The question is, what should our primary focus be as we shape the future of branding, marketing, and advertising in Nepal? And the options are A, robust policies to protect brands, B, enhanced creativity, C, better understanding of AI, D, stronger data-driven consumer behavior study, and E, ease of international payments. I will keep this Menti on for the next 2 minutes. We have 17 participants so far. We'll close it when we touch around 60. Please vote for the option that you think makes the most amount of sense to you. I will keep it on for another 30 seconds. Please register your vote for whatever you think is the most important option here. May I request the team to please switch off the Menti. Your votes have been registered. You have spoken. The answer is quite clear. And now I'd like to get the conversation started. My first guest for today is Mr. Laxman Humagain. He's the executive chairman of the Advertisement Board of the Government of Nepal, who carries with him more than 25 years of experience in media and the advertising industry. He's been the chief of Nepal Television. His most relevant contribution in his work is the research and draft of Clean Feed Policy of Nepal. Let's have a round of applause for Mr. Humagain, please. I'm sure we can do better. Let's have a round of applause for Mr. Humagain, please. We've just had lunch. My second guest for today is Miss Vidushi Rana. She joined Goldstar Shoes 9 years ago as the marketing and brand director and has been the driving force behind the transformation of the brand. Recognizing the need to connect with the youth, she spearheaded a comprehensive rebranding strategy. Through innovative ATL and BTL campaigns, Vidushi positioned Goldstar as the leading footwear brand in Nepal. She managed to take the brand beyond our borders, serving customers globally. Her efforts have made Goldstar the go-to brand for the youth, and she takes immense pride in its success and continued growth. Let's have a huge round of applause for Vidushi, ma'am. The third speaker on my panel today is Ashankan Malla. He is a graduate of National Law School, Bangalore, and has been working in the legal profession in Nepal since 2017. He is currently the founder and managing partner at AM Legal Services. His firm specializes in a wide range of areas, including contracts law, intellectual property rights, and trademark laws. Through AM Legal Services, he aims to provide amicable and effective solution-oriented services in a timely manner. Let's have a round of applause for Ashankan, please. My fourth guest for today is Mr. Harkirat Bedi, Business Head Dabur. He is a seasoned professional in the FMCG industry, having worked across product categories and geographies. With over 24 years of experience, he has held key roles in sales, marketing, business development, and international business, both in India and abroad. He's also serving as the National Council member of the Confederation of Nepali Industries. He's twice been awarded as a commercially important person by the Ministry of Commerce and Supplies, Government of Nepal. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for being here. Let's have a round of applause for him as well. And my final speaker for today is Mr. Ujaya Shakya. He's the founder of Outreach, author of Brand Sutra. He has over 2 days of experience in the field of strategic 360-degree communication, branding, and social communication development. He spearheads one of the most awarded communication groups based in Kathmandu, which reinvented brand marketing in Nepal. He is the winner of the Flame Leadership Award, and he's received Asia's Most Admired Marketing Leader Award in the 14th edition of the CMO Asia held in Singapore. Most recently, he also won the ECI Innovative Marketeer of the Year Award 2023 in China. His book Brand Sutra on branding and advertising was published in the year 2015. He's also a regular columnist for global publications on topics related to advertising in Nepal. Wasn't that a mouthful? We have a fabulous, esteemed panel of guests, and aren't you confident that you're in the right hands to be able to hear this conversation with them? Yes or no, audience? Yes? We have a fabulous, fabulous round of guests, and without much ado, let's get started with conversations on shaping the future. My first guest for today is Ujaya Dai, and the first question goes to you. The 2021 Cape Gemini research showed that consumers are increasingly evaluating the values behind the products they buy. The shift towards eco-friendly, socially responsible brands has dramatically influenced purchasing decisions. How are the shifts in consumer behavior impacting the way brands approach advertising?
Thank you, Mannsi. And first of all, I would like to also congratulate Brand Golf, the very young team at Brand Golf, who has kind of organized Brands and Beyond for the first time. And from the last 2 days that I've seen, they've done a fabulous job. Therefore, many congratulations to the team Brand Golf. As we can also see from the Menti survey that you just did, there is requirement to understand the consumer, and that's where everything centers around, the key consumer insights, right? And given a context that, like you said, that things are changing drastically, not just in brand and advertising, I think across the industry. It is disrupting across the industry. What I feel is, let's look at Nepal, from that perspective. I see that almost 72% of the population is below 35 years. That means we have a very young populations, right? Given a context, yes, there was discussed yesterday that many of them are traveling outside this country for better opportunities or studies. But still, even if you see it from the ratio perspective, we still have large chunk of audiences or consumers that is, largely youth. In that consideration, if you see Generation Z or millennials for that matter, they believe in authenticity, Authenticity is the key. In that context, like, I think every brand or company has to be very open-minded. They have to be more and more transparent in terms of what they do. They have to work towards sustainabilities, like fair trade practices, and they should be open about the business values that they carry. And those things are going to get more and more relevant as we move from here. But having said that, how it is changing the context is, like as when I started Career some 20 years back, like it was largely a media-driven approach that we used to do. To how it has come right now is it is largely become an idea-driven approach. A lot of things that we think, particularly in my team, is like a lot of ideas are media agnostic ideas. Because I think that is how it's going to be more and more successful if it is more media agnostic, other than thinking on basis of media. And therefore those things has to be taken into considerations while we are thinking for today's consumers. Besides that, there was also discussion around, like for last 2 days, there's also been discussion around, is digital leading the show or the legacy media leading the show? And there's been, I would say that it's an idea that is leading the show. Therefore, in that consideration, but then at the same time, because digital transformation is becoming a buzzword for everybody of us, we have to be approaching the context in such a way that online versus offline or offline versus online, everything that we do around the brand has to have a very consistent presence so that people can correlate to it. There should not be any confusion in context to what you do in online versus offline transformation and online versus offline transformation. So these are some of the considerations I suppose brands are taking into consideration while moving from here. Thank you.
So authenticity, idea-driven approaches, and consistency across platforms.
Yes.
Great. Perfect. My second question is for Vidushi ma'am, and your question is, you joined Goldstar 9 years ago. How did you revamp this brand? Because this was definitely a legacy brand for us in Nepal. And how did you make it a household name? Another thing is, what does it take for you to take a brand and to make it relevant to the youth of today?
Thank you, Mannsi, for the question. So for the benefit of those who don't know about the brand, there are, I think, a lot of people from India, and they don't know about Goldstar. So just to give them a brief introduction about Goldstar Shoes. So Goldstar Shoes was started 53 years ago. It was started in 1970. And it was, and it still is, the biggest footwear brand in the country. It is the biggest footwear brand, and also we are the biggest exporter of shoes to foreign markets. The reason that we've been relevant and been in the market is because of our USP of it being affordable, comfortable, and durable. So like I said, this factory was started 53 years back. We used to have 4,500 people working for us around the clock, and today we have 3,000 people working for us, out of which 70% are women. So when I joined the business 9 years back, I think that's your question. When I joined the business 9 years back, for almost like 4 decades, Goldstar Shoes was making a particular kind of shoes, the Zero But This, which is the classic design of Goldstar Shoes. And everybody loved that shoes because it was, of course, again, comfortable, durable, very, very affordable. And it was selling in Nepal, and it was selling in India, basically in the UP, Bihar area. In fact, 70% of our shoes used to go to India back then. And it was doing very well. But when I joined 9 years back, I realized that we were only making a particular kind of shoes which was selling, and the board members were happy. It was doing well. But I felt that we needed to change, because I come from a marketing branding background, and I felt that, and of course for the past 40 years we had done no marketing, no branding. And we were making a particular kind of shoes. So when I went to the board of Goldstar Shoes, I said that we need to change. We need to, and then we did a little bit of research on youths. And when we talked to the youths, they all knew about Goldstar Shoes, but they all thought that it was old man shoes. It was a shoes which is supposed to be worn by the dads and grandfathers and uncles for walking, but not for them. So that was a big red light for us, you know. I mean, we were like, if we're not catering to the youth of the country, then we're not doing, you know, I mean, the brand is dying. So we had to get back to the drawing board and then invest in new technology, new designers, and we started making new shoes for the youth of the country. And then we positioned it as the G10 series. So that's how it came about. But again, we did make the shoes, but we had to tell the youth that now Goldstar is making a new kind of shoes. So that was another challenge. So what I think we did right at Goldstar is like, because this is a brand and marketing, you know, we're talking about that. So it was the first time that we were making an ad in the company out after like 40 years. So what I wanted to do was to do a campaign for 3 months to say thank you to all the people who wore our shoes, all the generations for 40 years. So we launched a Dhanyabad campaign. I don't know how many of you remember that. So that was basically saying thank you to all the people who wore our shoes for 40 years. It was very heartfelt message, and everybody, I think, was very happy that, you know, okay, a brand is saying thank you to us. You know, genuinely was saying thank you to them, and you know, it ran in all the ATL, BTL everywhere. It did really well. And after that 3 months campaign, then we did a campaign for the youth, saying that okay, now we are making shoes for even you. It's not just for your dads and your grandfathers, but it's the shoes is also for you. And to show that the brand was for the youth, of course, we had to do a different kind of ad. And because Goldstar is a lifestyle shoes, we needed to show the youth that, you know, you can do paragliding, you can do clubbing, you can do cycling, you can do hiking, whatever with these shoes. And I think it really, because Nepali youth, they're very stylish, they're very fashionable, and they love Nepal. So it really did well for us, and the brand took off.
So I think what you said reiterates exactly what our audience believes in, which is understanding the consumer a lot better.
Right. So it was not revamping as per se, but it was just understanding and changing, and, you know, just embracing change, because that was the need of the hour.
Right.
Yeah.
Great. So we're going to change the tone a bit, and now I'm going to go to Ashankan. And my question for you, Ashankan, is, since you're from the legal background, I'd like to know, what are the legal steps a business can use to protect their brand?
Okay, thank you, Mannsi ji, and thank you, organizers, for having me here in this panel. I'd like to respond to this question by first addressing why it's important to register a brand. You know, all of you are here to make a successful brand, to develop, create, and to protect your brand, right? So as your brand gets successful, as your brand gets famous, as your brand gets well-known, there's always like chances of counterfeiting, there's always chances of copycats for like rip-offs, knockoffs in the market. It's common to see, you know, for every Gold Star, there's a Star Gold. For every Red Bull, there's a Red Blue. For every Coca-Cola, there's Cola-Cola, and so on, right? And I don't need to example. That's the price of success, I guess. So what this does is, it's the impact, it's not just the counterfeiting or fake goods in the market. Obviously, you lose your sales, which is like the worst thing, right, as a business owner. But then it dilutes the perception of the brand. It creates confusion in the market to your own consumers, right? So to avoid all that, the number one and most important thing is register, okay? Go register your brand at the Udyog Vibhag. The Udyog Vibhag Department of Industries छ त्यहाँ जानुस् आफ्नो ब्रान्ड दर्ता गर्नुस् नेपालको कानुनले खाली registered trademarkलाई मात्रै प्रोटेक्ट गर्छ रेजिस्ट्रेसन नभएसम्म तपाईले प्रोटेक्सन पाउनु हुँदैन ओके अनि त्यति मात्रै नभइकन तपाईको जस्तो सिमिलर ब्रान्ड दुई जनाको छ भने जसले पहिला रेजिस्टर गर्यो he or she gets that protection so register जस्तो simple like अब brand and beyond छ if this is not a registered brand it's not a registered product right then if I do beyond brands then now कसको इभेन्ट हो त हैन त्यसमा चाहिँ हामी उपभोक्ताहरू बजारमा चाहिँ झुकिने सम्भावनाहरू चाहिँ धेरै भएर हुन्छ सो go register your brand हजुरलाई absolute ownership it's a property for you right त्यो brand name भनेको त्यो brand को logo भनेर it's your child हैन तपाई आफैले डेभलप गर्नु भएको छ धेरै एफर्ट गएको छ तपाईको बिजनेस को goodwill reputation is associated with that image that word that label हैन अनि त्यसपछि त्यसले चाहिँ तपाईले एक्सक्लुसिभिटी पाउनुहुन्छ र मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेन्टली चाहिँ कोही थर्ड पार्टीले कोही कम्पिटिटरले कोही बाहिरको मान्छेले यसलाई इन्फ्रिन्ज गर्यो कपी गर्यो डिसेप्टिभली सिमिलर बनायो भने चाहिँ उसलाई लिगली तपाई प्रोटेक्ट गरेर उसलाई रोक्न पाउनुहुन्छ थ्यांक यू
थ्रु एक्सपिरियन्स म एउटा कुरा भन्न सक्छु when Ashankan tells you to do something 3 times, you must do it. Register, register, register. I think that's going to be my biggest takeaway from here. Mero arko prasna, now my next question is for Harkirat sir. And the question is, a survey has showed that in developing countries, nearly 60% of consumers are willing to change their purchasing habits to reduce environmental impact. How is your company incorporating sustainability into its branding and marketing strategies? And what role do you see corporate social responsibility in shaping the future of FMCG brands?
Thanks, Mannsi, for the question. You see, sustainability initiatives are gaining ground largely because consumers are becoming more socially conscious and more environmentally conscious, and consumers want the brands that they use, they want them to emulate the same behavior. So accordingly, brands need to follow something like that. So why is sustainability initiative and why sustainability is important as a part of your brand identity? It's largely because it helps you differentiate from competition. Sustainability initiatives also help build a lot of consumer trust because people trust brands that are socially conscious. Going forward, sustainability also helps in building loyalty and advocacy for the brands, because if what you stand for resonates with the values and beliefs of your target group or your consumers, then it's possible that on a lot of platforms they will advocate for your brands, whether it's on a digital platform or if it is positive word of mouth association. And also sustainability for a lot of companies, it helps in terms of market leadership, because if you come in early, you set the industry benchmarks, and you seem to be more authentic in your approach rather than others who follow suit, you are looked at more as me too. So as Dabur is concerned, on sustainability, we have done a lot of initiatives on the product side first. So in terms of, say, certifications, we have got the FSC certification, that's called the Forest Stewardship Council certification. We use Tetra Pak laminates, which use a lot of paper. So the FSC certification basically tells you that your sourcing of paper is from responsibly managed forests. So that's one space in one thing that we have done in juices. In toothpaste, you have aluminium in toothpaste lami tubes. You have aluminium barrier laminates. We moved to plastic barrier laminates, which is basically helps in greater recyclability. And then even in we use shampoo sachets and Hajmola. We have Hajmola sachets. So there also, we have moved from polyethylene based laminates to polypropylene laminates. Again, this move is basically because the new form of laminates are more recyclable. So again, in toothpaste, we sell a lot of our toothpaste without the mono carton, especially in the rural areas, our smaller packs. So that's again, minimalist packaging. So you don't add on to the environment through more and more packaging and cardboard usage. So this is some of the initiatives that we have done. And as you mentioned about CSR, now, I mean, CSR benefits and sustainability benefits are more or less, they go in line together, because CSR helps in building positive brand reputation, positive imagery. It helps in building a lot of goodwill for your brand. Again, consumer trust, loyalty, advocacy. CSR initiatives also help in building employer value proposition, because people like to work in organizations which are socially responsible. And in that realm, it's easier to hire talent. It's easier to retain talent. And again, socially responsible companies are differentiated. you can say this company is socially responsible, this is not. So, and lastly, one has seen and one's experiences are, tell you that generally companies which have got good CSR programs and are socially responsible are generally ahead of the curve in terms of both profitability and top line growth. So, I don't know how that linkage has come, but you will see generally corporate socially responsible companies do much better than companies that are not responsible.
This thought in itself should inspire a lot of people to think about CSR as a very important part of their business. But I'd like to ask you a follow-up question to that, sir, if I may. Could you tell us a bit about Dabur Nepal's employer branding initiatives, if any at all?
I think, yeah, we've done a couple of initiatives. I mean, in terms of, we never used to go to B schools to attract talent and recruit. That's something we have started doing, and we send senior people for that purpose. So that shows our seriousness. Again, I think we always used to take experienced people from the market. So now we have this, something called a YSLP, Young Sales Leader Program, and a YMDP, Young Management Development Program. So these are structured programs for a year when we take in absolute freshers from the universities. So that's something new that we have started, and then you groom them and take them through. So these are one or two initiatives that we have done, and also a lot of I think within the organization we move them around. We are encouraging a lot of cross-pollination, that people from Dabur Nepal move to other Dabur groups across the world. That's something new that started. So these are some of the initiatives that we have started to basically being more active on LinkedIn. That's something you do also. So that's it.
Right. I can certainly see some of those initiatives in person. I have, in fact, witnessed quite a few of those. My question to Laxman sir now is, why is alcohol advertising restricted in Nepal? And what, if anything, can be done? And what are the ways around it? I know a lot of people in the audience are looking forward to this answer.
Okay, please allow me to answer this question in Nepali. यो धेरै पटक उठ्ने र नेपालमा एउटा विवादित विषय नै भएको छ। पहिला हामीले के बुझ्नुपर्छ भन्दा जनस्वास्थ्य ऐन 2075 आयो र त्यसले चाहिँ नेपालमा मदिराको विज्ञापन गर्न नपाउने गरी दफा 45 मा व्यवस्था गर्यो र 2076 सालमा त्यसको 1 वर्ष पछाडि विज्ञापन ऐन आयो र विज्ञापन ऐनको दफा 5 ले प्रचलित कानुनले निषेध गरेका वस्तुहरूको विज्ञापन गर्न नपाउने विषय उल्लेख गर्यो। यसरी रिलेट हुन्छ यो विषय र त्यसले गर्दाखेरि नेपालमा चाहिँ अल्कोहलको विज्ञापन आजसम्म रोकिएको छ। नेपाल एउटा यस्तो मुलुक हो जहाँ विज्ञापनको विषयमा हामी भर्खरै छलफल गर्दैछौँ। त्यो पनि गभर्नमेन्टको अफिसियल, अहिले तपाईले मलाई गभर्नमेन्ट अफिसियल मान्नुभयो भने गभर्नमेन्टको अफिसरलाई राखेर पहिलो पटक अथवा यो भर्खरै 2-3 वर्षको अवधिमा हामी कुरा गर्दैछौँ। योभन्दा अगाडि नेपालमा विज्ञापन, एडभर्टाइजिङ, मार्केटिङ, ब्रान्डिङको कुरा गर्ने कुनै निकाय नै थिएन र अब यसलाई कसरी समाधान गर्ने भन्ने मेजर इस्युज हो अहिले। र त्यति मात्रै भएन, त्यो ऐन आयो, फेरि विज्ञापन ऐनमा पनि त्यो व्यवस्था थियो र त्यो व्यवस्था हुँदा पनि हामीले त्यसलाई कार्यान्वयनमा ल्याएका थिएनौँ र प्रिन्टमा र आउटडोरमा चाहिँ अल्कोहलको विज्ञापन गइराखेको थियो। जब सर्वोच्च अदालतले 79 साल फागुन 11 गते जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई, अहिले मैले डेट अलिकति बिर्सेँ, त्यो फागुन 11 गते एउटा फैसला गर्यो र त्यो फैसलामा भन्यो कि तत्काल रोक्नु, 2 महिनाभित्र रिपोर्ट दिनु, कार्यान्वयन गर्नु र कार्यान्वयन भएको नपाइएमा चाहिँ प्रधानमन्त्री कार्यालयले एक्सन गर्नु भनेर प्रधानमन्त्री कार्यालयमा एउटा प्रधानमन्त्री कार्यालयको सचिवको नेतृत्वमा चाहिँ कमिटी गठन गर्नु भन्ने त्यस्तो खालको कडा 3 बुँदे निर्देशन दिइसकेपछि हामीले त्यसलाई इम्प्लिमेन्ट गऱ्यौँ र अहिले नेपालमा अल्कोहलको विज्ञापन ब्यान्ड छ। अब व्हाट नेक्स्ट क्वेसन यो हो। म एउटा कुरा यहाँ सबैलाई अनुरोध गर्छु, हामी धेरै मिडियाको मान्छे छौँ, ब्रान्डिङको मान्छे छौँ र यो चाहिँ हामीसँग सरोकारको विषय छ र एउटा स्कुल अफ थट छ, त्यसमा चाहिँ के भनिएको छ भन्दा जनस्वास्थ्यमा यसले हेजार्ड गर्छ र जनस्वास्थ्यलाई बचाउनको लागि हामीले अल्कोहलको विज्ञापन रोकेको भन्ने जनस्वास्थ्य ऐनको त्यो एजम्पसन छ। र अहिले भर्खरै एउटा नयाँ व्यवस्था भएको छ, लोकल मदिराको ब्रान्डिङ गर्ने भनेर उद्योग मन्त्रालयबाट नीति तथा कार्यक्रममा आएको छ। त्यो इनिसिएसनलाई हामीले ट्याप गर्नुपर्छ। लोकल मदिराभित्र दुईवटा क्याटेगोरी हुन्छ, एउटा हाउस होल्ड मदिरा जो चाहिँ एउटा थारू कम्युनिटीले बनाउँछ, नेवार कम्युनिटीले बनाउँछ अथवा अरू सो मेनी कम्युनिटिजहरूका आफ्ना आफ्ना मदिराहरू छन् र त्यो मदिरा बनाउने उद्योगहरूको संरक्षणको विषय हो एउटा। दोस्रो हाम्रो डोमेस्टिक प्रडक्ट छ, त्यो डोमेस्टिक प्रडक्टले एडभर्टिजमेन्ट गर्न पाउने अथवा ब्रान्डिङ गर्न पाउने दोस्रो व्यवस्था हो। तेस्रो इम्पोर्टेड प्रडक्टहरू छ, त्यो प्रडक्टलाई हामीले चाहिँ ब्रान्डिङ गर्न दिने कि नदिने भन्ने हो। त्यसैले हामीले एउटा प्रयास त्यहाँ गर्नुपर्ने देखिन्छ। अर्को, लोकल अल्कोहलले रेभिन्यूमा गरेको कन्ट्रिब्युसनमा हामीले क्यालकुलेसन गरेनौँ। लोकल अल्कोहलको चाहिँ ठुलो कन्ट्रिब्युसन 18 अर्बभन्दा बढी कन्ट्रिब्युसन पर इयर छ र त्यो ग्रोइङ छ, नम्बर 1। नम्बर 2, हाम्रो लोकल मदिराहरूको प्रोडक्सन घट्यो अथवा तिनीहरूले ब्रान्डिङ गर्न पाएनन् भने इम्पोर्टेड मदिराले मार्केट लिने हो र त्यसले गर्दा हामी फरेन करेन्सी फेरि विदेश पठाउने हो, दोस्रो। र तेस्रो इस्यु छ सरोगेसी एडभर्टिजमेन्टको जुन एउटा इस्यु छ, जुन नेपालमा इन्ट्रोड्युसै भएको छैन, छलफलै भएको विषय छैन। र मलाई लाग्छ हिजोदेखि म पनि फुल टाइम यहाँ बसिरहेको छु तपाईँहरूसँगै, त्यो इस्यु आएको पनि छैन, किन भन्दा यो हाम्रो लोकल इस्यु हो। त्यसैले हामीले यो 2-3वटा इस्युजमा काम गर्नुपर्ने छ। र म अर्को पनि भनौँ, हामीसँग यस्ता मदिराको प्रडक्टहरू छ जो चाहिँ विदेशमा सोभिनियरको रूपमा गइराखेको छ। जस्तो मैले एउटा दुईवटा प्रडक्टको नाम लिँदा बायस भए भनेर नभनिदिनु होला, मलाई थाहा भएर मात्रै हो। फेरि म नन अल्कोहलिक, म टिटोटलर मान्छे भएको हुनाले मलाई अलिक गाह्रो छ यो। म यो बोर्डमा आएपछि नै मैले बढी यसको रिसर्च गरेँ। यार्सागुम्बा विस्की भन्ने छ एउटा, त्यो प्रिमियम प्रडक्ट हो नेपालको, असाध्यै महँगो छ र विदेशीहरूले त्यसलाई रुचाउँछ जसरी गोल्ड स्टार रुचाइरहेको छ अहिले। ठिक त्यसै गरी अर्को हामीसँग रेड लेबलसँग कम्पिट गर्न सक्ने ओल्ड दरबार र ओल्ड दरबार चिप्नी छ हामीसँग। बडवाइजर र ट्युबरसँग कम्पिट गरिरहेको 12 सिङ्गे बियर छ हामीसँग, छ नि। तर हाम्रो डिरेक्सन हामीले फिक्स गर्न सकेनौँ कि, हाम्रो इकोनोमीलाई कहाँबाट कन्ट्रिब्युट गराउने भन्ने कुरामा हामीले ब्रेन स्ट्रमिङ गरेनौँ कि, अथवा पोलिसी मेकरलाई, अब म पनि एउटा पोलिसीमा काम गर्ने मान्छेभित्र त पर्छु, तर म लगायतका अरू मान्छेहरूलाई राम्रोसँग कन्भिन्स गर्न सकेनौँ कि। र त्यसमा हामी मिडिया जो चाहिँ डाइरेक्ट बेनिफिट लिने हो उहाँ त कमजोर छँदैछौँ, किन भन्दा हामी त्यो न्युजै लेख्दैनौँ। थाहा छैन मलाई यो न्युज आयो भने हो, प्रश्न सोधिन्छ तर पब्लिक एजेन्डा बनाइदिएन, एजेन्डा सेटिङ गर्दैनौँ हामी। अर्थात् मिडियाको काम एजेन्डा सेटिङ हो। अघि म सिसिजीसँग कुरा गर्दै थिएँ, हामी एजेन्डा सेटिङ नै गर्दैनौँ। हो, प्रश्न उठाउनु पनि एजेन्डा सेटिङ हो, तर त्यसलाई कभरेज गर्नु त्योभन्दा बढी एजेन्डा सेटिङ हो। त्यसैले मेरो अनुरोध छ हामीले यो इस्युलाई कसरी म्यानेज गर्ने हो, कसरी यसलाई व्यवस्थापन गर्ने हो। एउटा सिम्पल छ यसको मेथड भनेको, मतलब जनस्वास्थ्य ऐनमा भएको व्यवस्थालाई एडभर्टिजमेन्ट एक्टमा इन्कर्पोरेट गर्यो भने हामीले टाइम तोकेर यति बजेपछि सरोगेसी अथवा चाहिँ यति % लो अल्कोहल भएको बियरलाई एडभर्टिजमेन्ट गर्न सक्ने भनेर व्यवस्थापन गर्न सक्छौँ। म एउटा विषयमा चाहिँ म यहाँहरूलाई भनौँ, म निषेधको कुरा, रेस्ट्रिक्सन प्रति विश्वास गर्दिनँ, रेगुलेसन नियमनप्रति विश्वास गर्छु। धन्यवाद।
So sir ko bhanai sir restriction hai na, let's regulate, let's not restrict.
Yes.
Great. On that note, I think it's a very beautiful natural flow here. Sir was talking about how some of our products can be exported, can make waves internationally as well. Yarsa gumba ko kura garnu bhacha sir le. Hamro euta product already internationally ramro gariracha, that is Goldstar Shoes. And my question to you, Vidushi ma'am, is what does it take for a Nepali brand to go and make it big in the international market? If you can give us takeaways, Kina Mero Bicharma, there must be some people here who are looking at taking their brands, irrespective of what they produce, international. What are the steps and what can be done in order to make waves globally?
So yeah, Goldstar shoes we've been exporting to India for the past 32, 33 years, and we also have franchise stores in Australia, in Bahrain, in Qatar. Our shoes go to Malaysia, to Japan, to US, all those places. But having said that, it's very difficult for a local brand to actually have your footing in the international market because of our own problems. Because when you talk about competing in an international market, it's like you are competing with the rest of the world. When I talk about shoes, it's very difficult for me to compete with Vietnamese shoes or Indian shoes or Chinese shoes. Not because I don't have the technology, not because I don't have the technical know-how, not because I cannot make shoes like that, but because of so many barriers, within our country. So many, like, A, we are a landlocked country. B, we are, interest rates in the banks are very, very high, unlike other countries. We don't have export incentives. The land prices are very high. And in Nepal, we don't get all the raw materials because there are a lot of, like, to make a pair of shoes, you just look at a pair of shoes, you look at it and it looks simple, but it is not, because to make one pair of sport shoes, we need around 60 to 70 components, different components. And these components, some of them, we don't get it in Nepal, so we have to import those. So the import duty on those shoes are very, the custom duty on those raw materials are very expensive. So then, adding up all this, the cost of the shoes then becomes very expensive. It's because of our own manufacturing cost, which is high. So when you go and compete in the international market, it's difficult. So let's say when we went to New York 2 years back and launched our shoes in New York, it was a big launch. The New York Chamber of Commerce, they launched us, and the Nepali diaspora in the US were very happy because they've grown up looking at Goldstar shoes, and they were happy that at least one brand from Nepal is there. But we could not compete in the market there. Because, when we went to the stores and tried to look at other shoes from other countries, our shoes was very expensive. Even our $5 shoes, when it reached New York, it was like $35 because of so many reasons, So it is very, very difficult. So if the country is going to be conducive, if the government is going to be conducive, then we can make world-class shoes and we can take it to the whole world. Today, Goldstar Shoes has a franchise store in so many countries, but that's only because of the Nepali diaspora, because of the love that Nepali people have for our shoes. But we want, because we have the capacity, Goldstar Shoes has a capacity to make 100,000 pair of shoes and slippers a day. And we're running at a 30% capacity now because we don't have that market. So if the government just makes it conducive, gives us export incentives. Like in other countries, when you export, you get so many benefits. You're like rolled out a red carpet because you're bringing in foreign currency, right? And what about the employment generation? What about the import substitution that you're doing? So, if the government is ready to make few changes, there are a lot of things that can go from Nepal. Of course, I can talk about how you have to maintain the quality of your product, when you're competing with the rest of the world, you cannot, it's like being a small fish in a big pond and a big fish in a small pond. Goldstar is a big fish in a small pond here, but we are tiny, minuscule in the big pond out there, and we can be a sizable fish, but for that we need government intervention and support.
So what I understand from you, it's not so much a quality issue. Yeah. It's not so much a know-how issue. It's not so much whether our shoes compete quality-wise in the market. It is more of policies that make our shoes competitively more expensive outside.
Yeah. So if we are competitive, then, it can sell very well.
So in order to actually encourage more exports from Nepal, policies would have to be put in place so that we can promote more and more products, making them internationally.
Yes, I feel the government should look at these industries which can make things which is being exported, exportable items. They have to look at it, and then, they have to figure out a way to support those industries, because when we export, we're bringing in foreign currency.
Right.
Revenue generate bhairako cha ni ta. So त्यो सबै कुरा गभर्नमेन्टले अलिकति हेर्दियो भने I think there's a lot that can be done for Nepali products. किनभने Nepali products, when we talk about pashmina, carpet, garment, everything was it was on a high knee.
Right.
And shoes can be that, but of course we need policy intervention. If that's done, then I think it's not very far a dream for us to export.
Great. We're looking forward to the day, absolutely. My next question is going to be pretty much just the opposite because this is going to Mr. Harkirat Bedi. And the question is, can you provide an example of how you've adapted your branding approach to resonate with Nepali consumers while maintaining your brand integrity? He represents a brand that's not a Nepali brand, a brand that's come from outside but is making waves and doing well in Nepal. How did you adapt your branding approach to the Nepali market?
See that, if you essentially think that we can bring in brands from India and seed it into the local market with the same kind of marketing and communication that we have in India, that's just not going to work, So as far as we have been concerned, we have done a lot of localization, doing stuff which will resonate with the Nepalese consumers. So I'll just take you through a couple of initiatives that we have done. So we have customized a lot of product offerings, understanding the need gaps in the Nepalese market. So one of the things we did was a pro-style hair oil for men. Yeah, so within a Hajmola range, we have done a Hajmola Lapsi, and we've just launched a Hajmola Titaura variant. We are working on a Dabur ginger lemon honey. So these innovations would be largely just targeted to the Nepalese market, and you would not find these products in any other part of the globe. So that's something that we have done. Secondly, we do a lot of localized campaigns with local celebrity endorsers and influencers. In fact, as far as the MNCs are concerned in Nepal, I think we have been the trailblazers. We have about 20 local celebrities on our brands today. So that basically what happens is with that degree of localization, there is a lot of relevance, there's a lot of appeal, the context is sharper, and there's a lot of relatability. People relate to your communication also. So that's there. Secondly, also going forward, we're doing a lot of localized content in terms of, now we are not seeing Nepal as one market. We are seeing, we are dicing it into socio-cultural regions, right? So like for the Amla hair oil, we used to do communication in Nepali, and that was pan-Nepal communication, and it was just not working. Then, we've moved the communication into Bhojpuri, Maithili, both using TV and radio as a medium. And we are seeing, some traction as far as the brand is concerned. So probably, we are reaching out to the TG much better than what we used to. So that's something again. And another example I would like to tell you is, is Dabur Honey, which is a very, very popular brand of ours. In, the positioning that we do in, say, Bangladesh and India on honey is the positioning platform is largely weight management and, say, obesity control. So that's the plank that we have used there. But when, we had to decide on positioning in Nepal, we realized that, and through a lot of research and consumer insights, we realized that weight management was not really a concern in Nepal. So that probably would not have worked here. So here, we position it on the fitness plank. So we say, stay fit, feel young. So that's the kind of approaches that we have taken, keeping in mind, what is going to resonate with the local population, because weight was not such a issue which was there in Bangladesh and this thing. So these are some of the examples. Even we've got a brand called Dabur Glucose. Similarly, in India, we position it on, say, hydration and replenishment. Whereas in Nepal, we position the brand largely on the energy platform, because the ambient temperatures in Nepal are much lower than the ambient temperatures in summers in Bangladesh and India. So these are some of the nuances that you have to be cognizant of, and basically your entire strategy, your brand strategy, your marketing communication strategy should resonate with the TG.
In fact, I just want to add on to what Bedi has to say, because we did one work with them for many years. It was an annual IP property, like on events. It used to be called Rail School of Nepal. So there was a lot of good work that is been done for that particular brand, and it was a school property. Really looked forward by all the school, childrens every year. Therefore, that is the kind of work I suppose they've also done.
Right, so customizing it, making it hyper-local as far as possible. But here's a question that I'm really thinking of. Do Indian men not oil their hair? Like, I've been thinking about this for a while and I wanted to ask, why is Pro Style for men only in Nepal and not available in India?
They are very keen. They're very keen to launch it. Because especially what we have seen is that there might be traction for this brand largely in northeast part of the country, where people are very, very stylish and spend more time and money on grooming themselves. But probably this brand might not be relevant to other parts of the country.
Right, great. On that note, I'd like to ask my question to Ashankan. And the question is Nepal at par with the international standards in protecting brands? If not, then what else can be done?
The simple answer is no, unfortunately, but on a serious note, this is a very important question in the context of today's societies and today's business practices, how branding, advertisement is done. 10 वर्ष अगाडि जसरी एड्स बनाउँथ्यो आज एकदम डिफ्रेन्ट भइसक्यो लिगल एंगलबाट भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ जुन कानुनले हाम्रो ब्रान्ड्सहरूलाई प्रोटेक्ट गर्छ जुन कानुनले हाम्रो इन्टेलेक्चुअल प्रपर्टी प्रोटेक्ट गर्नुपर्ने हो त्यो कानुन 2022 विक्रम सम्वतको सो अलमोस्ट 60 years old right so अब अनि आई जस्ट बिकज इट्स ओल्ड ल आइ एम नट सेइङ इट्स ब्याड ल तर इन्टेलेक्चुअल प्रपर्टी ब्रान्ड्सहरू भनेको कस्तो हो भने इट चेन्जेस एभ्री 6 months 1 year मा चेन्ज हुन सक्छ हैन इन्डियामा यो डिस्कसन हेज गन टु एआईज एन्ड ब्लक चेन्स हामी अहिले पनि मेरो र तिम्रो फरक देख्छौँ कि फरक सुन्छौँ कि भनेरमा चाहिँ अड्किनै रहेछौँ हैन सो यो कानुनमा चाहिँ इट्स नट रिफ्लेक्टेड है यो सिम्पल अब इफ इट्स आइडेन्टिकल देन इट्स इन्फ्रिन्जमेन्ट भनिदियो हैन माई फ्रेन्ड इज इन द अडियन्स अल्सो ही हेज दिस ब्रान्ड कल्ड स्म्यास इन बर्गर्स अब मैले गएर उसको छेउमा स्म्यासिङ पिज्जा गरिदिएँ अरे अब अडियन्स झुक्यो कि झुकेन अब मेबी उसले एउटा आफ्नो एक्स्ट्रा चेन खोल्यो कि हैन उसकै अब यो ब्रान्ड भनेको इज द सोर्स राइट इट्स एन आइडेन्टिफायर अफ द क्वालिटी हु इज सर्भिङ दिस प्रडक्ट हु इज गिभिङ अस दिस सर्भिस सो त्यस्तो कुराहरू चाहिँ हाम्रो लमा अहिले रिफ्लेक्ट भइरहेको छैन अब एडिसनली भनौँ न जियोग्राफिकल इन्डिकेटर्स भन्ने एउटा छ समथिङ लाइक मुस्ताङ आलु हैन एउटा कलेक्टिभली हाम्रो नेपालबाट बन्ने कुरा हो नि त विदेशमा हामी स्कच भन्छौँ स्कटल्यान्डबाट बन्ने कुरालाई हैन अलग अलग ठाउँबाट ओरिजिन हुने कुरा त्यहाँ कलेक्टिभ प्रोटेक्सनहरू हुन्छ यस्तो कुरा चाहिँ नेपाली कानुनमा चाहिँ अहिले ल्याकिङ छ अनदर थिङ अब प्यानलमा अब डाबरबाट हुनुहुन्छ या फरेन ब्रान्डहरू हुनुहुन्छ भने नेपालमा चाहिँ हाम्रो स्क्वाटिङको कन्सेप्ट छ अघि मैले भने जसले पहिला दर्ता गर्यो उसले प्रायोरिटी पाए सो वाट इफ अ बिग ब्रान्ड इज कमिङ टु नेपाल अथवा वान अफ यु वान्ट टु लाइक ब्रिङ द्याट ब्रान्ड टु नेपाल हैन प्रमोट इट हैन एस्टाब्लिस इट तर मैले पहिला गएर दर्ता गर्दै भने त्यसको प्रोटेक्सनहरू एकदम ल्याकिङ छ त्यसमा पनि हामीले चाहिँ वर्क गर्नुपर्ने छ अब यस अगेन कानुन पुरानो भयो अनि यसलाई अलिकति क्योर गर्नको लागि चाहिँ नेपाल गभर्मेन्ट हेज साइन्ड अ फ्यु इन्टरनेसनल ट्रिटिज अर्ली 2000s मा हजुरको WTO को मेम्बर भयौँ GATT को मेम्बर भयौँ यो प्यारिस कन्भेन्सन भन्ने छ गरेका छौँ ट्राई गरिरहेको छौँ बट मेबी लक्ष्मण सर क्यान एक्सप्लेन द्याट बेटर हाम्रो एन्फोर्समेन्ट साइडको च्यालेन्जहरू छ कानुन भएर मात्रै हैन थ्योरीमा मात्रै भएर पुग्दैन यु निड टु फिल द जस्टिस त्यसमा चाहिँ अब मेबी अब अलिकति पोलिटिकल इन्स्टेबिलिटीहरूको कारणले हैन यहाँ अब सर्ट काम गर्छु भनेर मान्छे आयो भोलि ट्रान्सफर हुन्छ नयाँ सरकार आउँछ यस्तो च्यालेन्जहरू चाहिँ रहिरहन्छ इन्टरप्रिटेसनल इन्स्टेबिलिटीहरू छ हैन कोर्टले यसको व्याख्या गर्दाखेरि अलिकति कन्ट्रडिक्सनहरू आइरहेछ सो इट टेक्स टाइम एन्ड कमिङ टु द सेकेन्ड क्वेसन यसलाई इम्प्रुभ कसरी गर्न सकिन्छ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ पोलिसी लेभलको क्वेसन हो यो सो आई डोन्ट वान्ट टु बोर यु आजको अडियन्सलाई तर अब यसलाई इम्प्रुभ कसरी गर्ने भनेको यु फिल द ग्याप्स थ्रु द ल राइट फिल द ग्याप्स थ्रु अब बेटर प्र्याक्टिसेस अब त्यसलाई एभ्री स्टेक होल्डरको आफ्नो आफ्नो रोल हुन्छ रेस्पोन्सिबिलिटी हुन्छ अब सरकारको आफ्नो होला हामी लिगलको आफ्नो होला बट अल अफ यु एज द बिजनेस ओनर एज द वान हुज क्रिएटिङ अ ब्रान्ड एज द वान हु वान्ट्स प्रोटेक्सन अफ यर ब्रान्ड तपाईँहरूले पनि यु हेभ टु पार्टिसिपेट इन द ल मेकिङ प्रोसेस जस्तो अब इ कमर्स बिल भनेर अब यो अनलाइन बिजनेसवालाहरू अहिले कन्सटेन्टली डिस्कसनमा छन् आइटी बिल भनेर चाहिँ यो सफ्टवेयर कम्पनीजहरूले अब चाहिरहेछ बिकज सबभन्दा इम्प्याक्ट हुने त तपाईँहरूलाई नै हो त्यसै गरी अब यो ट्रेडमार्क एक्ट इन्टेलेक्चुअल प्रपर्टी एक्ट भनेर पनि आइरहेछ अब हैन बेला बेला डिफ्रेन्ट अब गभर्नमेन्ट मेम्बर्सहरूले चाहिँ तपाईँहरूलाई पार्टिसिपेसनलाई पनि बोलाएला इफ नट डिरेक्टली मेबी प्लेटफर्म लाइक ब्रान्ड एन्ड बियोन्ड इट कुड बी अ स्टार्ट विथ द्याट अल्सो होइन किनभने जुन कानुन बन्नेवाला छ जुन कानुन बन्छ त्यसको सबभन्दा अफेक्टेड पार्टी सबभन्दा इम्प्याक्ट भएको स्टेक होल्डर तपाईँहरू नै हुनुभएकोले त्यो पोलिसी लेभलमा पनि आफूलाई चाहिँ अलिकति एक्टिभ राखौँ अलिकति भिजिलेन्ट राखौँ भनेर चाहिँ म सुझाव दिन चाहन्छु थ्याङ्क यू
Okay, so हामी पनि अगाडि बढेर we should also be speaking and asking the right questions as well. Yep.
It's our duty as a business owner now.
And also for our selfish interest, no?
Definitely. पैसा त कमाउनै छ हैन
Okay, Laxman सरलाई मेरो अर्को प्रश्न यो छ content marketing costs 62% less than traditional marketing and generates 3 times as many leads. This has been a survey internationally. हजुरलाई के लाग्छ social media marketing को बारेमा and why is it not easy to send foreign currency from Nepal? यो प्रश्न धेरै जनाको मनमा होला हो कि हैन धेरै हाम्रो एडभर्टाइजर्सहरु एजेन्सीको मान्छेहरुको पनि मनमा यो प्रश्न होला किन सजिलो छैन किन हामी बुस्ट गर्नु पर्यो कि कहिले पैसा पठाउनु पर्यो हामीलाई किन यति गाह्रो हुन्छ नेपालमा
लगभग यो दुईटै प्रश्न मेरो एफएक्यूमै राखेको छु मैले त्यसैले मलाई यो धेरै नौलो लाग्दैन म पहिला अलिकति मल्लजीको इस्युमा एड्रेस गर्नुपर्ने भएको छ हिजोदेखि यहाँ बस्दाखेरि मैले पनि एउटा कुरा के सिकेको छु भने प्रडक्ट मात्र होइन नेसन पनि त ब्रान्ड गर्नुपर्दो रहेछ नि मुलुकलाई पनि त ब्रान्डिङ गर्नुपर्ने रहेछ नि जस्तो हेर्नुहोस् त मेरी सरकार हाम्रो छिमेकी मुलुकले गरेको एक्सपेरिमेन्टमा हामी त्यहाँ पुगेकै रहन्छौँ त्यति मात्र होइन एडभर्टिजमेन्ट एक्ट्सलाई हेर्नुभयो भने त्यहाँ ब्रान्डिङ मार्केटिङको त विषय नै छैन पनि हामी नेपालमा एडभर्टाइजिङ एजेन्सी खुलेको नै 16 सालमा हैन 16 सालमा हामीले एडभर्टिजमेन्ट पेपरमा गरेको गोरखापत्रको प्रकाशन 124 वर्ष अगाडि भन्दा 124 वर्ष अगाडि भन्नुहोस् अथवा 16 सालले कति वर्षको देखि भइरहेको एडभर्टिजमेन्टको विषयमा पहिलोपटक कानुन बनाएर 3 वर्षदेखि हामी काम गरिरहेछौँ जस्ट 3 वर्ष 3 इयर्स यो कुनै ठुलो अवधि नै होइन त्यति मात्रै होइन यति धेरै इस्युजहरू अहिले आइराखेका छन् कि हामीले हाम्रो मुलुकलाई चाहिँ कसरी ब्रान्डिङ गर्ने ल प्रडक्टको कुरै छोडिदिउँ अहिले अघि गोल्ड स्टारको फरेन करेन्सीको कुरा आयो फरेन करेन्सी विदेश जान्छ मात्रै होइन आउँछ पनि हामी आउने कुरालाई त इन्करेज गरिरहेको छैनौँ भने जाने कुराको त डिस्करेज गऱ्यौँ भनेर किन भन्ने तैपनि म यसको एन्सर गर्छु म स्केप गर्दिनँ त्यसैले मैले भन्न खोजेको कुरा के हो भन्दाखेरि हाम्रो मुलुकमा हामीले गर्नुपर्ने कामहरू धेरै छन् र फेरि हामीले यो सरकारले गरेन अथवा अरूले गरेन भनेर दोष दिएर पनि हुँदैन हामीले नै गर्ने हो तपाईँ हामीले नै गर्ने हो हिजोको मेरो लेसन लर्न हिजोदेखिको यो होटलमा बस्दाखेरिको मेरो लेसन लर्न के हो भने हामीले प्रडक्ट मात्र होइन हाम्रो मुलुकलाई नै ब्रान्डिङ गर्नुपर्ने छ हिजोको इभिनिङमा कारपाटसँग भएको कुरालाई पनि भन्ने हो भने यसलाई कसरी गर्ने हो हामी त्यतातिर सोच्नुपर्छ अब जहाँसम्म तपाईँको प्रश्नको कुरा छ यो सोसियल मिडियामा फरेन करेन्सीको पठाउने विषय दुःखका साथ भन्नुपर्छ मैले नेपालमा सोसियल मिडियाको म्यासिभ प्रयोग भने यो शब्द मैले प्रयोग गरेँ 2010 देखि भएको देखिन्छ म्यासिभ प्रयोग र त्यसलाई हामीले हाम्रो पर्सनल लाइफमा मात्र होइन प्रोफेसनल लाइफमा पनि इङ्गेज गर्यौँ अर्थात् त्यो एडभर्टाइजमेन्टमा होला ब्रान्डिङमा होला नेटवर्किङमा होला धेरै कुरामा हामीले सोसियल मिडियाको प्रयोग गर्यौँ 13 वर्ष भयो यहाँहरूलाई थाहा छ गत वर्ष मात्रै हामीले एउटा डाइरेक्टिभ्स निकाल्यौँ नेपाल सरकारले एउटा निर्देशिका आएको छ र अहिले त्यसमा अलिअलि काम भइराखेको छ र हामीले सोसियल मिडिया एक्टलाई पार्लियामेन्टमा पठाउन भनेर क्याबिनेट पठाएको थियौँ क्याबिनेट पुगेको थियो 2टा मिनिस्ट्रीको एप्रुभल चाहिन्छ ल मिनिस्ट्री र फाइनेन्स मिनिस्ट्रीको त्यसको लिएर क्याबिनेट पुगेको थियो अनफर्चुनेटली गभर्मेन्ट चेन्ज भयो त्यो फेरि मिनिस्ट्रीमा आएको छ र त्यो क्याबिनेट जाने तयारीमा छ त्यसमा हामीले यो अहिले उठाएको मानुषीजीले उठाएको विषय इन्कर्पोरेट गर्ने प्रयासमा छौँ हामी छैन पहिला थिएन पहिला छुटेको थियो हामीले यो के अरे इन्भेस्टमेन्ट ऊ के अरे समिट सोल्टीमा हुँदाखेरि एउटा अर्डिनेन्स आएको थियो, त्यसमा इन्कर्पोरेट गर्न भनेर प्रयास गऱ्यौँ, असफल भयौँ। रविजीलाई राम्रै थाहा छ त्यो बेलामा हामी त्यहाँ असफल भयौँ। त्यसपछि फेरि हामीले यो एक्टमा इन्कर्पोरेट गर्न खोज्यौँ, त्यहाँ पनि हामी असफल भएको थियौँ। अहिले फेरि हामी प्रयास गरिराखेका छौँ, सजिलो छैन। त्यसैले मैले यहाँ भन्न खोजेको कुरा के भने कुनै कानुनै नभइकन त्यो पैसा मैले अब यो फेरि रोकेको एडभर्टिजमेन्ट बोर्डले भन्ने एउटा भनाइ छ भनौँ अथवा आरोप छ भनौँ अथवा सत्य भनौँ, यो सत्य नै हो। नियामक निकायको सिफारिस चाहिन्छ। मैले टेबलमा बसेर त्यो अमाउन्ट स्वीकृत गर्दाखेरि कुन कानुनलाई टेकेर स्वीकृत गरौँ? नत्र त म मनी लन्ड्रिङमा फेरि मलाई त भोलि हामी रातो घर भन्छौँ, यो अख्तियारले लगेर मलाई त भित्र हालिहाल्छ। तपाईँहरू सबैलाई थाहा छ, गभर्मेन्ट अफिसर भएर जे पाए त्यहीमा सिग्नेचर गर्नु हुँदैन। हामीलाई हाम्रो अनुमान छ 5 देखि 6 अरब रुपियाँ जान्छ पर इयर भनेपछि यस्तो खालको लिगल हर्डल्सहरू छ जसको कारणले गर्दा हामीले यो काम गर्न सकेका छैनौँ। म दुःखका साथ भन्छु, धेरै पटक राष्ट्र ब्याङ्कले हामीलाई भन्यो, एफडिआईमा हाम्रो एउटा आएको कम्पनी लगभग त्यसले लानु पर्ने पैसा लान सकेन, रोकियो। यहाँ उजयजी नै हुनुहुन्छ ट्याक्स तिरेर बसेको, उहाँले पनि ट्याक्स तिरेर ट्याक्सको पेपरै देखाउनु भएको थियो मलाई, यहीँ हुनुहुन्छ। तपाईँलाई लाग्ला उजयजी र म बहुत मिल्छौँ, साथी छौँ, तर उहाँको काम त मैले गरेको छैन, किन भन्दा कानुन नभइसकेपछि मैले गर्नै सक्दिनँ। त्यसैले अब कानुन छैन भनेर उम्किने अवसर पनि मलाई छैन। त्यसैले हामी जति सकिया छिटो हामी प्रयासरत छौँ, हाम्रो रेडी छ पेपर र त्यसलाई हामीले लगेर त्यसलाई एप्रुभल गराउन सक्यौँ भने यो छिट्टै जान्छ। त्यसैले मैले यहाँहरूलाई भन्न खोजेको कुरा के भने यो सोसियल मिडियालाई पनि हामीले एउटा चाहिँ स्टार्टअप बिजनेस प्रमोसन गर्ने एउटा प्लेटफर्मको रूपमा, ब्रान्डिङको रूपमा अथवा कन्ज्युमरलाई चाहिँ अवेर गर्ने रूपमा प्रयोग गर्न हतार भइसकेका छ र हामी पछि परेका छौँ।
सरले एउटा एकदम राम्रो कुरा भन्नुभयो देशको ब्रान्डिङको बारेमा। सर खास चाहिँ एउटा सानो प्रश्न आइरहेको थियो, हु इज रिस्पोन्सिबल, विच एजेन्सी / विच डिपार्टमेन्ट इज रिस्पोन्सिबल टु कम अप विथ लेट्स से अघि इन्डिया शाइनिङको कुरा भइरहेको थियो, नेपालमा त्यस्तो कुनै ब्रान्डिङ गर्नु पर्यो भने एक्ज्याक्टली कसको जिम्मेवारी अन्तर्गत पर्छ?
वी अल आर ब्रान्ड एम्बेसडर। तर अब कुनै एजेन्सीको कुरा गर्ने भने अहिलेलाई गभर्मेन्ट अफ नेपाल र एज अ एडभर्टिजमेन्ट बोर्ड चेयरम्यान आई एम रेस्पोन्सिबल। यो जिम्मा मैले लिनुपर्छ। र म एउटा कुरा के भन्छु भने मेरो नलेजमा पहिलो पटक यो वर्कसपले त्यसैले थ्याङ्क्स टु ब्रान्ड गफ नयाँ आइडिया फुरेको छ। लेट्स ट्राई, हामी सबैले कोसिस गरौँ।
सो होपफुली भेरी सुन हामी हेर्छौँ नेपालको पनि एकदम राम्रो कुनै क्याम्पेन आइरहन्छ।
नभनौँ भन्दा तपाईँले धेरै कोट्याउनु भयो। मैले आज बिहान मात्रै प्राइम मिनिस्टरसँग यो विषयमा कुरा गरेको छु।
हजुर,
छिट्टै भेट हुन्छ।
थ्याङ्क यू सर, थ्याङ्क यू सो मच फर द्याट। अब मेरो अर्को प्रश्न, मेरो फाइनल प्रश्न आजको उदयजीको लागि। हामी एआईको धेरै कुरा गर्छौँ। वी जस्ट ह्याड अ कन्भर्सेसन अबाउट एआई इन द प्रिभियस मास्टर क्लास एज वेल. And I want to understand how will emerging technology like AI, AR, VR shape the future of advertising? Because I can see there are many young people here who are possibly conscious, scared, anxious, apprehensive about how it's going to affect their careers. What do you have to say about this?
Thank you, Mannsi. It's a very exciting time, you know, like not just for my generation, but all the younger generation, because like they have a long way to go. You know, we are already in the mid course or even, you know, the quarter course of our professional life, whereas they are just starting up. In that consideration, AI, VR, AR, whatever we call it, you know, it's all technology, right? So in that sense, technology has disrupted everything in a recent time. It's not just advertising, it's how we shop, how we educate ourselves, right? How we, you know, like book the cab, ride-sharing apps, like order the foods, all the other things, you know. Therefore, we cannot ignore it altogether, even in advertising. Therefore, we have to kind of accept it. Now, how to utilize it, it's a key question. We are all learning in process. But having said that, what I feel is AI in particular gives an opportunity, AI algorithm in particular gives an opportunity to analyze huge data, you know. Therefore, what it gives in terms of result is when you are able to analyze huge predictive data, you know, like you can actually learn about consumer behaviors more accurately, you know. And I see that you have done this interesting exercise in the beginning of the panel discussion, and most of the responses was to understand consumer behaviors. Therefore, that is becoming more and more possible with the predictive AI in play, right? With the data analysis that we can do. Basis that we can most probably personalize our message to most of the consumers so that it become more relatable. Even for the mass brand, which is appealing to maybe pan-Nepal, maybe, and of course, like I said, we can segregate audiences in terms of their age groups, their lifestyle, their aspirations. Maybe we can have different messages going out, which can kind of help to bring more efficiency to what we do, right? In terms of VR, experiential marketing, like for example, we run a very successful experiential marketing company called Lemon. So I think there is a lot of opportunity for agencies like experiential marketing where they can bring in like showroom experience, product experience, brand experience in a more accurate way with these kind of technologies, right? When it comes to VR, I feel, it could be utilized for clothing brands, yeah, gaming, or maybe ornaments, gold ornaments or jewelries, in a very efficient way. Therefore, we are all in a changing time. We have to be very open-minded to kind of, learn these practices and try to incorporate that in our profession, not just in advertising, but everything that we do. That's what I have to say. Thank you very much.
The future is exciting?
It is. Like I said, it is getting more exciting for the young guys than us. Then, of course, I'm also learning in process. Therefore, I really hope that I am also able to compete with you guys in terms of learning this.
Thank you so much. Thank you. On that note, those were the questions from me. I'm now going to open it for questions from the audience. But before that, I want everybody to have a huge round of applause for our fabulous panelists. Across various sectors, they've added a lot of value to us. I learned a lot of new things today. And if you have any questions, this is the right time to ask. Yes, could I request somebody to please take a mic there?
Hi. Wonderful panel, lots of learning here. My name is Shaurajit, I'm from Storm, we are one of the partners here, and I'm from Delhi actually. My question goes to Vidushi. I've been working with a footwear brand back in India for quite some time. I mean, I don't know whether you heard of the brand called Sri Leathers. You may not have heard. So it's a legacy brand, around 70 years now. And I work very, very closely with that brand, so I know how complex shoe manufacturing can be. And it was fascinating to hear you as a custodian of your brand, the wonderful stories that you shared. My question to you is that you started, the Goldstar Shoes started as a value for money brand targeted to a generation where that was probably value conscious. And today, footwear has become a fast fashion item, right? The perception has changed, the utility has changed. My question to you would be, as a marketer, how do you bridge that? How do you balance that?
Thank you so much for your question. You're right. I mean, because footwear is it's a fast fashion, it's forever changing, and consumers, of course, look at TV, online, and then they see the latest designs, and we have to keep up with those designs. So therefore, we have to keep changing ourselves. We have Goldstar has the biggest lab in the country, where we have almost 15 to 20 designers working tirelessly, around the clock, and so we already know what we're going to take out after 6 months. So we're always proactive and make sure that the designs are appealing to the younger generation, because they, of course, look at the Nikes and the Adidas and they want Goldstar to be like that, but of course they're not going to pay the price for it, right? So it's a very sensitive thing, but it is a challenge. I mean, we have to keep doing the right thing.
I would like to add something here because, of course, Goldstar is one of the iconic brands of this country, Therefore, we are all taking pride of some of the big brands that we have, and it is one of them. In that context, what they've done, like, I know about Sri Leather as well, it's based out of Calcutta. To what they have achieved in last 5-6 years in terms of Goldstar, from an old man shoe to becoming a lifestyle, youngsters, urban-centric shoe. In fact, I was just telling her that one of these days, my son came to me and told me that he need a Goldstar shoe, like. Therefore, the way they have done transformation of this brand is one of the successful case study of this country. I think that need a detailed discussion some point of time.
Thank you so much. In fact, can I just ask a quick question to Laxman sir? Because my question is, see, it's so difficult to take out money to do social media marketing also. So, because Goldstar is in India, and if I want to do ads in India, I'll have to either take a cricket player or an Indian Bollywood actor, and that is like 100 crores. So how do I even start doing that, I mean, because I'm not even allowed to take 10 lakhs out of the country to do advertisement. So there's no way that Goldstar can position itself as a footwear brand in India, though we already have a brand. So those are the problems that we have.
धन्न अरूले सोध्नु भएको थिएन, उहाँले सोधिहाल्नुभयो। अब हाम्रो अहिलेको रुल्स मात्रै भन्न सक्छु मैले, किनभने हामीले रिकमेन्डेसन गरेर $5,000 भन्दा माथिको कुनै फरेन करेन्सी बाहिर पठाउनु पर्यो भने हाम्रो रिकमेन्डेसन चाहिन्छ एड बोर्डको, र एड बोर्ड चाहिँ यसको रेगुलेटर भएको हुनाले, र त्यो चाहिँ हामीले गर्न सक्दैनौँ। तर एउटा बिल बापतको $5,000 सम्मको चाहिँ यहाँहरूले यो फरेन करेन्सी चाहिँ यो कमर्सियल ब्याङ्कबाट पठाउने सुविधा छ। अहिलेलाई चाहिँ त्यसमै स्टिक हुनुपर्ने अवस्था छ। धन्यवाद।
I want to add one more thing to this question is, जुन हाम्रो इन्भेस्टमेन्टको कानुनहरू छ, हामीले कसरी इमेजिन गर्यौँ भने हामीले इन्भेस्टमेन्ट चाहिँ भित्र मात्रै छिराउँछु, हाम्रो चाहिँ क्षमतै छैन कि हामी बाहिर पनि जान सक्छौँ हैन। अब त ब्रान्ड्सहरू आइरहेछ, गोल्डस्टार बिङ द प्राइम एक्जाम्पल। सो अब के भन्ने, रिभर्स इन्भेस्टमेन्ट भनौँ न हैन, हाम्रो पनि त लगानी बाहिर लगाऊँ न त। वी ओन्ली थिङ्क अबाउट बाहिरको कसरी भित्राउने, कसरी अरूको माग्ने। सो त्यसले पनि गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ अब आइम गेसिङ युल हेभ लट अफ च्यालेन्जेस है अहिलेलाई चाहिँ है। सकिँदैन हजुर, नट थ्रु लिगल च्यानल्स एटलिस्ट।
यो इस्युमा हामीले होल डे बसेर एडवर्डले नै यो प्रोग्राम गरेको थियो, होल डे इन्ट्रेक्सन गरेर एउटा कन्क्लुजन ड्र गरिसकेका छौँ। अनफर्चुनेटली त्यो कानुन बनाउने दुईवटा मात्रै स्टेप छन्, एउटा क्याबिनेट, अर्को चाहिँ पार्लियामेन्ट, र हामीले क्याबिनेटबाटै भए अलि छिटो हुन्छ भनेर ट्राई गऱ्यौँ। इन्भेस्टमेन्ट समिटमा चाहिँ अर्डिनेन्स ल्याउने भन्न पनि ट्राई गऱ्यौँ, हामी असफल भएको छौँ। हेरौँ कुनै दिन हामीले सक्छौँ यो काम।
Thank you, sir. Arko Prasna, can we have the mic for? Yeah.
Hello, I'm Ujaya Shakya. So I just have, I'll just ask two questions simultaneously while I have the mic. One is to Mr. Malla, Ashankan Malla, and the other one is to Laxman sir. So Malla ji lai chai mero question ke ho bhandakeri, see, I am not just a branding person, I am also into production. And when we say, I think Ms. Vidushi can very well understand, because hers is a very, very big company. We are a very small company compared, okay? And the level of complication goes up when you are in the food business. Again, that I think Bedi sir will understand more than us, right? Again, Dabur is a very big company, ours is a small company. So when we take into consideration these complications, and when you're in the production sector, especially in Nepal, yeah, production is something nobody wants to do in Nepal, to be very frank, because it's very, very complicated. From brand registrations to getting the food DFTQC numbers, to getting your samples approved, all those stuffs. Okay. Now, typically when we talk about the IP regulations and the brand registrations, you said yes, we have to register. Now, in this new age, I would say 7 out of 10 people who come to us to launch a new brand or start a new brand, they understand the implication of registering a brand. That's very good. But when they go to register a brand, it's very difficult. I got my brand registered after 1.5 years. And for 1.5 years, while my logo and design and everything was being made, I was so unsure and insecure that that would leak out and someone else would get it done before that time. Because I've also seen the brands being registered in 2 days. In 2 days, practically. So if I say directly, maybe the system, or maybe a level of corruption, or maybe a level of mismanagement, is creating a very big wall for startups, for smaller brands to get their, brands registered, right? Otherwise, we can see a lot of copycat brands in the market. Like you said, we are a part of Paris Convention, we are a part of WTO, but I don't know where those, rules and regulations are. So my question, after giving you all this description, is what is, let's say, the legal fraternity, the government fraternity doing to make it more easy and make it more efficient so that someone does not have to wait for 1.5 years to get his or her brand registered and, trademarked. And at least someone should be able to know that, okay, my brand can be registered or not registered so that I can work on another brand name or a trademark within, I don't know, maybe a month's time or so. So what's being done at that front? Okay, that's my question to you. My another question to Laxman sir is, sir, I think when you said about, we should not restrict and we should regulate, मलाई के लाग्छ भन्दाखेरि सर रेगुलेसनमा चाहिँ ल्याप्सेस छ हैन नाउ one example is after COVID opened, COVID got over and the market started opening and we started going out. One day I was walking to a kirana pasal with my son and my son points to a poster and says he wants that. He's a 5-year-old त्यति बेला हैन. And when I looked at it, it was a promotion of a cigarette. एक खिल्लीको 25 रुपैयाँ. Jabaki, when we consider cigarettes, it is an absolute dark market, or it should be an absolute dark market. So if my son is being encouraged to try that, maybe not today, tomorrow if he has 50 rupees, he'll go and try it by himself, The shopkeeper will give him, maybe he's buying it for his father or his uncle or whatever. So whose responsibility is it to regulate this kind of lapses in the market? And these are very properly designed, printed, openly pasted posters in shops. My idea is either it should be completely open, okay, you can now promote cigarettes, or if the promotion is blocked, I think it should be blocked completely. We as marketers, we are open to everything. Tomorrow, marijuana gets legalized, maybe we'll be promoting that, So my question to Laxman sir is that, and my question to Mr. Malla is that. Thank you.
Thank you, Kashyap ji. It's a fantastic question, and I share your concerns and frustrations also. किनभने अब हामीले काम पाउँछौँ रेजिस्ट्रेसनको लागि 18 महिना दर्ता नहुँदै गाली खाने पनि हामी नै हुन्छौँ. अब why it takes 12 months or more चाहिँ it's not just isolated to Nepal, it's a practice in other countries also, including US, including India. हो यहाँ अब some people get it in 2 days and some people take 2 years. त्यो discrepancy छ. अब त्यसको कारणहरू अहिले ओपन स्टेजमा भन्नु पनि परेन हैन, हजुरले अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड गर्नुहुन्छ. यसको first I'll try to explain why it takes time. And then I'll come to the second part चाहिँ यसलाई छिटो कसरी गर्ने भनेर. अब ब्रान्ड युनिक हुनै पर्यो. एउटा बेसिक कन्सेप्ट डिस्क्रिप्टिभ हुनु भएन, डिसेप्टिभ हुनु भएन, डिस्टिङटिभ हुनु पर्यो. सो तपाईले जुन ब्रान्ड एप्लिकेसन गर्नुभएछ, first the government or like the concerned department DOI needs to check whether your brand is a protectable subject matter. हैन कसैले पनि मैले अहिले यतिकै गरेर एप्पल त दर्ता गर्नु भएन नि त. ल एप्पल त एकदम फेमस भयो तर अरु ABCD वर्ड्सहरु हुन सक्छ अनि अब pretty much every brand name that we create is a dictionary meaning name. Maybe Google is like one of those unique things. नत्र अब Goldstar होस् या केही होस् हैन एप्पल होस् एउटा ordinary meaning हुन्छ. सो अब त्यसले चाहिँ त्यसको अब प्र्याक्टिसमा के छ त्यसको दर्ता अरूले गरेछ कि छैन. सो देयर इज एन एक्सटेन्सिभ जाँचबुझ प्रक्रिया. ओके सो अनि जाँचबुझ प्रक्रिया हुन्छ एभ्री क्वार्टरमा चाहिँ उनीहरूको एउटा सेसन बस्छ. त्यो उनीहरूले चेक गर्नुहुन्छ यो पहिला दर्ता छ कि छैन, यो अलिकति नेसनल इन्ट्रेस्ट या सुरुमै अलिकति मिसलिडिङ खालको छ कि छैन. अब एप्पल भनेर त स्याउ त बेच्नु भएन नि त हैन, बेसिक थिङ्स लाइक द्याट. सो दे डु द्याट प्रोसेस एन्ड आफ्टर द्याट दे पब्लिस इट इन द IP बुलेटिन भन्छ, इन्टेलेक्चुअल प्रपर्टी बुलेटिन. त्यहाँ के हुन्छ भने त्यो पब्लिस गरेपछि चाहिँ नाउ इट्स फर समवन लाइक यु अर एनीवन टु च्यालेन्ज. ओके समवन्स अप्लाइड फर दिस ब्रान्ड and this brand or this word or this mark or this logo is already similar to my brand which is in use and I've probably already registered it also. So कसैलाई पनि एउटा fair hearing त दिनै पर्यो. So त्यसमा 6-8 महिना जान्छ and then like normal time भनेको expected time चाहिँ 9 to 12 months चाहिँ हुन्छ and then त्यसपछि हुनु भनेको चाहिँ अब problematic कुरा. अब त्यसमा again I'm not trying to justify it but because हाम्रो अब सबै कुरा digitize भएको छैन, manual paperहरूले गर्नुपर्छ, manual अब जाँचबुझहरू नै गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ. सो अब यस्तो कुराले गर्दा चाहिँ टाइम लागिरहेको हुन्छ. सो कमिङ टु द सेकेन्ड पार्ट चाहिँ अब यसलाई एक्सपायरेट कसरी गर्ने भन्दा चाहिँ अब अगेन मेबी लक्ष्मण सर क्यान गिभ सम बेटर आइडिया हैन. यो अब भित्र अब उनीहरूको अब भनौँ न गभर्मेन्ट लेभलको इस्यु छ. तर म जसलाई पनि भन्छु कि वाट द मिस्टेक वी मेक एज बिजनेस ओनर्स चाहिँ म पहिला मेरो ब्रान्डलाई फेमस बनाउँछु अनि म दर्ता गर्छु. त्यो चाहिँ एउटा मिसकन्सेप्सन हो कि पहिला बिजनेस पनि बनाइराखौँ, ब्रान्ड पनि डेभलप गरौँ न त. तपाईँहरूले एडभर्टिजमेन्ट मार्केटिङमा लाखौँ खर्च गर्नुहुन्छ, दर्ता गर्न 6,000 रुपियाँ लाग्छ. 1,000 एट द टाइम अफ एप्लिकेसन, 5,000 एट द टाइम अफ टेकिङ द सर्टिफिकेट अनि आफ्नो स्टाफ छ भने भइहाल्छ अब तपाईहरु हामी जस्तो इन्टरमिडिएट युज गरे पनि अर्को 10-11 हजार खर्च लाग्ला सो आई थिंक यू क्यान जस्ट एलोकेट वन स्मल बजेट फर दैट अनि कम्पनी दर्ता गर्ने टाइममै आई थिंक इट्स बेटर इफ यू क्यान प्रोसेस द ब्रान्ड रेजिस्ट्रेसन एक्टिभिटीज अल्सो सो दैट त्यो लिम्बोमा चाहिँ नभइरहोस् के है आई होप दिस क्लियर्स अब सम अफ योर डाउट है थ्यांक यू सर
कश्यपजीको प्रश्न चाहिँ पोइन्ट अफ सेलको प्रश्न थियो यो नेपालको एउटा इन्ट्रेस्टिङ भन्नुपर्छ अथवा विडम्बना भन्नुपर्छ हामी 4 आना जग्गा किन्छौँ त्यो पनि रोडमा किन्छौँ त्यसमा 2टा सटर राख्छौँ र त्यो 2टा सटर रेन्टमा दिन्छौँ र चाहिँ पसल खोलिहाल्छौँ अनि त्यहाँ हुने नहुने सबै चिज बिक्री गर्न थालिहाल्छौँ मलाई लाग्छ अरबौँको प्रपर्टी चाहिँ हाम्रो त्यो सटरहरूमा डम्प भइरहेछ ल्याक अफ अवेरनेस कतिको त त्यसको त्यो डेट एक्सपायर पनि भइरहेको होला र कतिले त त्यो डेट एक्सपायर भएको चिज किनेर खाएर हेल्थ हेजार्ड पनि भइरहेको होला सेम चाहिँ तपाईको सिगरेटको प्रश्न आयो हेर्नुस् जबसम्म हामीले पब्लिकलाई अवेर गर्दैनौँ एउटा एडभर्टिजमेन्ट बोर्ड त्यसमा 20-25 जना स्टाफ त्यो पनि बबर मलको एउटा कुनामा बसेर यो देशभरिको कन्ट्रोल गर्छु सारा रामराज्य हुन्छ नो इम्पोसिबल सिम्पली इम्पोसिबल त त्यसको लागि हामीले के गर्ने त अब नयाँ आइडिया ल्याउनु पर्यो त्यसको लागि हामीले के प्लान गर्यौँ भने जस्तो पोइन्ट अफ सेलमा हुने एडभर्टिजमेन्टमा यो ठेकदारहरूले दुःख दिएको कुरो सिजीको साथीले पनि भन्दै हुनुहुन्थ्यो र के अरे कारणजीजी पनि हुनुहुन्छ होला यहाँ चाहिँ धेरै मल्टिनेसनल कम्पनीको साथीहरू होर्डिङ बोर्डको इस्यु लिएर म कहाँ पटक पटक आउनुहुन्छ भने यस्ता धेरै इस्युजहरू छन् त्यसलाई कसरी सल्भ गर्ने भन्दा हामीले 3वटा विधि निकाल्यौँ एउटा सङ्घीय सरकार जसमा हामीले काम गरिरहेछौँ नेसनल गभर्मेन्टै एउटा रेगुलेसन्सहरू बनाउने त्यसपछि हामीसँग 3 तहको सरकार छ एउटा प्रोभिन्सियल गभर्मेन्ट छ अर्को लोकल गभर्मेन्ट छ र लोकल गभर्मेन्ट भनेको तपाईँको घर आँगनको सरकार हो र तपाईँको प्रत्येक वार्डमा 5 जना जनप्रतिनिधि छ 5 जना र उनीहरू हरेक पोइन्ट अफ सेलमा छ एक्जिस्टेन्स छ त्यसैले अहिले हामीले पोइन्ट अफ सेललाई म्यानेज गर्ने गरी स्थानीय तहको कानुन बनाएर अस्ति श्रावणको 11 गते 7 गते हामीले डिसिसन गरेको 11 गते हाम्रो वेबसाइटमा हालेका छौँ म सबै विज्ञापन सेक्टरमा अथवा मार्केटिङ सेक्टरमा काम गर्ने साथीहरूलाई अनुरोध गर्छु हामीले फागुन महिनामा प्रोभिन्सियल गभर्मेन्टको नमुना एक्ट र अस्ति श्रावण महिनामा लोकल गभर्मेन्टको नमुना एक्ट बनाइसकेका छौँ किनभने त्यो क्यापासिटी हाम्रो लोकल गभर्मेन्टसँग भएन जसले गर्दा पोइन्ट अफ सेल र होर्डिङ बोर्ड म्यानेजमेन्ट हुन सकेन सोसियल मिडिया चाहिँ सङ्घीय सरकारको इस्यु हो छुट्याएँ है मैले तर पोइन्ट अफ सेल सङ्घीय सरकारको इस्यु होइन त्यो लोकल गभर्मेन्टको इस्यु हो लेट्स से पाटनको मङ्गल बजारको एउटा सटरमा भएको कुरा कहाँ यहाँबाट हेरेर साकेत लाग्ला इट्स इम्पोसिबल त्यसैले त्यहीँको गभर्मेन्टले हेर्नुपर्छ भनेर हामीले कानुन बनाएको छौँ लोकल गभर्मेन्टलाई अवेर गरौँ र फर्दर सपोर्ट चाहियो भने विज्ञापन बोर्ड हाजिर छ विदाउट पे गर्नु पर्दैन
बेसिकली डेडिकेटेड एक्सपर्टिजहरू भएन हाम्रो कन्ट्रीमा है
धन्यवाद on that note I love that we have so many other questions. I've seen 3-4 hands that have been raised in the last few minutes, but I've also got a lot of glares from the management. I will have to stop this session for now, but I truly encourage you to please have questions offline. But before we do that, I'd like to quickly direct all of you to please look at the screen again. The question that we asked in the beginning of the session on menti.com is going to be here again. And we request you to kindly vote again. Please go to menti.com. And when you get there, the code number that you're going to have to input is 43843151. What we really want to do is to see if there's been any change in the way we think around this topic. Please go to menti.com. I understand it's going to be on the screen very shortly. Menti.com. And the code that you have to input is 43843151. We're quickly getting it up on the screen. And the same question is going to come. And we would just like to do this survey again to see if there's been any change of thought, if anybody thinks differently, and if the numbers are going to be different now. On that note, I'm going to quickly wrap up this session. Maybe we are going to have the Mentimeter come in later, because we would love to see the result of that survey. I would personally love to know if there's been any shift in the way we think about how we're going to shape this future ahead based on what we just heard. But on that note, let me do a quick wrap up of everything we heard today. For me, something exciting was that the most important point that I got from here was the customer's always at the center. We knew this, it was just reiterated. When we heard from the representative from Dabur who told us that we want our customers to be our advocates, we want our customers to be our ambassadors, it is brands which keep customers at the center that do well. Marketing surveys are very important, so is authenticity, so is having a fresh pair of eyes, not always a new fresh product, as Goldstar has already shown us. We also spoke about the value of consistency and customization. Since the Mentimeter is up, may I request each one of you to kindly vote. The question is, what should our primary focus be as we shape the future of branding, marketing, and advertising in Nepal? I request the Menti to be switched off. Audience members, are you surprised by the results? Yes or no? Yes or no? I'm quite amazed, and I would like to bring out the results of the first Mentimeter before the discussion, and I'd now like to compare it to the second Mentimeter results. The first Mentimeter results showed to us that most of you believed that the most important factor would be stronger data-driven consumer behavior studies. That was going to be the most important. But after this 1-hour conversation, we realized, and can we bring out the results of the second, half of you now have converted and think that we need more robust policies to protect brands. Do any of our panelists have anything to say about this? Yes, sir, Laxman sir.
Of course, I need to address all those things. पहिला म रोबर्स यो पोलिसिजकै कुरा गर्नुभयो हो तपाईलाई पहिला डेटा यो धेरै डिजिटल मिडिया मार्केटिङमा काम गर्ने साथीहरूले डेटा भन्नुहुन्छ नो पोलिसिज तपाईले डेटाबाट सारा मार्केटिङ गरे पनि न पैसा पठाउन पाउनु भएको छ न पैसा कमाउन पाउनु भएको छ समस्या भएको छ त्यसैले जबसम्म पोलिसिजमा इन्फ्लुएन्स गरिदैन तबसम्म कुनै पनि न डेटा आउँछ यो डेटा ल्याउन पनि त पोलिसी चाहिन्छ नि कसले निकाल्दिने यो डेटा ड्रिभन भन्नुभएको छ त्यो पनि बोर्डले नै गर्ने हो अथवा एडभर्टिजमेन्ट बोर्डले नै आउटसोर्स गरेर गर्नुपर्छ यो हाम्रै रेस्पोन्सिबिलिटी हो त्यसैले यो दुईटै मेरै रेस्पोन्सिबिलिटी भएको हुनाले मैले नै एड्रेस गरेँ यो दुवै फिडब्याक छ तर मेरो एउटा अनुरोध छ मैले हिजो पनि भने आज पनि दोहोऱ्याउँछु कि पोलिसिज मैले टेबलमा बसेर मलाई जे लाग्यो त्यो बनाउने हो भने त म बनाइदिउँला यदि तपाईका लागि हो तपाई त्यसबाट इन्फ्लुएन्स हुनुहुन्छ र तपाईलाई आवश्यक छ भने तपाईले भन्नुपर्छ मलाई यस्तो पोलिसी चाहिन्छ भनेर तपाईहरु नआउने अनि क्रिटिसिजम गर्ने चाहिँ भ्यालिड हुँदैन मैले फेरि पनि भन्छु एडभर्टाइजमेन्ट बोर्डको डोर ओपन छ मैले भेट्नलाई कसैलाई नो भनेको छैन आउनुस् कन्ट्रिब्युट गर्नुस् त्यो तपाईको लागि पनि हो मुलुकको लागि पनि हो त्यसैले हामीले जे काम गर्छौं म फेरि पनि भन्छु म यसको एक्सपर्ट पनि होइन अब अनफर्चुनेटली यो तपाईहरुसँग काम गर्दा गर्दै अलिअलि बुझ्न थाले मात्रै हो एक्सपर्टहरु तपाईहरु हो तपाईहरुले बढी बुझ्नु भएको छ झन् यो के रे यो आउटडोर एडभर्टाइजमेन्टको बारेमा त मलाई थाहै थिएन यो बोर्डले हेर्नुपर्छ भने त्यो रमाइलो कुरा भन्छु त्यो कानुनमा न सोशल मिडिया मेन्सन भएको छ न आउटडोरको खासै मेन्सन भएको छ त्यो मैले काम गरे मात्रै हो छैन नभए पनि गरिरहेको छु त्यसैले मेरो अनुरोध हो यहाँहरुको कन्ट्रिब्युसन बिना कुनै पनि पोलिसिजहरु फर्म हुँदैन म फेरि पनि भन्छु हामी नेशनल एडभर्टाइजमेन्ट पोलिसी विदिन 1 मन्थ ल्याउँदै छौं कन्ट्रिब्युट गर्नुस् त्यसपछि हामी एडभर्टाइजमेन्ट एक्टलाई एमेन्डमेन्ट गर्दै छौं त्यसमा कन्ट्रिब्युट गरौं र अरु के काम गर्नुपर्ने हो त्यसका लागि यहाँहरुले विज्ञापन बोर्डमा सम्पर्क राख्नुस् धन्यवाद
धन्यवाद सर On that note, I'd like to request everybody to please put their hands together for the entire panel. Today we heard super interesting things. And for me, what were the most amazing takeaways were customers are always at the center. Marketing strategies and surveys are important. Don't restrict, regulate, register. तर मेरो लागि आजको सबभन्दा राम्रो takeaway and feedback यो थियो that very soon we are going to be working on brand Nepal. And for us, I think that is truly a big win. With all these insightful conversations, I'm grateful. May we have another round of applause for all the generous sharing from all our panelists. And today I'm sure that each person goes back richer through ideas, thoughts, and insights. In fact, I too see the world differently now. As Peter Drucker said, the best way to predict the future is to create it. And my question to each one of you is, armed with all of this knowledge, are we ready to shape a better future for brands in Nepal and Brand Nepal itself? Thank you, everyone.